Hi, welcome back to 6th grade math. Today we are talking about multiplying decimals. Our goals for this video are to multiply multi-digit decimals and solve word problems involving multiplying multi-digit decimals. Before we get started, let's review multiplying a whole number by a decimal. So let's say that we have 170 times 2.8. What you can do is do 170 times 28. And you'll go through the steps where you do 8 times 0, 8 times 7, 8 times 1, put a placeholder, 2 times 0, 2 times 7, 2 times 1, add those numbers together, and you end up with 4760. Now, because it's not 28, it's 1/10 to the left, okay? You're going to place one decimal point to the left of the whole number because there is one decimal to the left in the problem. So the correct answer is 476. When multiplying a decimal by another decimal, you're going to kind of follow the same steps, okay? You do not have to line the decimals up like when you add or subtract. In fact, sometimes it makes more work for yourself because you're doing a lot of zeros and things like that. So you can multiply decimals just like you multiply whole numbers. The only difference is here at the end. When you multiply, you must remember and determine where to put the decimal point in the answer, in the product, okay? So let's say we're doing 2.4 times 1.1. Now for this one, the decimals do line up, but they do not have to, okay? Let's estimate first. Let's say that this is 2.4 times 1, okay? My answer is going to be somewhere around 2.4. That is how I will kind of estimate at the end, does my answer make sense? So let's go ahead and multiply. We're going to do 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Put a placeholder because we're scooting over. 1 times 4. 1 times 2. When I add, I get a 4, a 6, and a 2. Now, in the problem, there's one decimal to the left, another decimal to the left. That means in my answer, I have 2 spaces I have to go for my decimal. So my final answer is 2.64. And if you think about money, this is $2.40. This is $2.64. So I know that my answer is very close to that estimate and it does make sense. If I would have just put my decimal behind the 6, $26.40, that would help my brain know, oh, my answer is not very close to this estimate over here. I must have made a mistake. So estimating is super important because it helps you think at the end, does my answer make sense? So go ahead and give this one a try. Again, you do not have to line up your decimals. In fact, I would suggest lining up your digits just like this. And it's like you're doing 812 times 303. And then we can worry about our decimals at the end. So go ahead and pause the video and give it a try. I'm going to go multiply my 3 by everything first. 3 times 2, 3 times 1, 3 times 8, placeholder, and I have all zeros. So, and then now I have 2 placeholders. 3 times 2, 3 times 1, 3 times 8. I need to add everything up. That is a 6, 3, a 10, 6, 4, 2. And I'm going to rewrite this over here. I want you to go back, and I should have done this before, but let's estimate. 8 times 30, okay, just estimating those whole numbers, that's 240, okay? Where would my decimal need to go in this number to make my answer really close to 240? Well, we want 240 something, so the decimal would need to go here. But remember that we can make sure that that's accurate by counting. Okay, 1, 2, and there's another one. So total, that's 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. My answer is 246 and 36 thousandths. So that 0 does need to be there. Okay. Let's think about a word problem. We're going to go through the same process. This time, we're going to look at the words first. So a store sells cheese for $3.98 per pound. How much would 1.5 pounds of cheese cost? So we are doing $3.98 times 1.5. So again, go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to let's round first. 4 times, you could round up to 2 if you want. You could even do this. I know that 1.5 times 2 is 3. So I need to double that again because it's times 4. I also know that 15 times 4 is 60. But it's not 15, it's 1.5. So my answer should be around 6. We'll see. Go ahead and pause the video, try this yourself, and then we'll talk about it. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 4 is 49. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 4 is 19. Put a placeholder, 1 times 8. 1 times 9, 1 times 3, 0, that is 17, that is 20, and that is 6. So 6, 0, 7, 0. My decimal again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that is almost exactly 6, so I know my answer makes sense. And there we go. That would be equivalent to $6, because we're talking about money, and 7 cents. So that would be the most accurate way. When you're talking about money, you stop at that hundredths place back there. Okay? So before you leave, make sure you feel like you can multiply multi-digit decimals and also solve word problems involving multiplying multi-digit decimals. Thanks for watching.